Hey everyone, Rob here for Shape Your Future Online, and in today's video it's tip 4 out of 5 of the things that it's important to understand when starting out and creating an online business from scratch with no prior experience. And so in today's video, tip number 4, we're going to be talking about finding the right community of people, your circle of influence as we'll call it. So if you haven't seen the other videos that I've been doing this week in this 5-day series, go and check those out on my YouTube channel or Facebook, Shape Your Future Online. So tip 1 was around finding a clear vision. Tip 2 was around investing in yourself. Tip 3 was on finding mentors and coaches. And as I say, today's video is about your circle of influence and finding that right community. So, you know, if you're not particularly happy in your career or your life at the moment, you're looking for something different, which I'm presuming you are if you're watching this right now and you're on my email list or you're on my YouTube channel or Facebook. You know, the environment that you've been brought up in, so, you know, everything from your parents and school, the society you live in, and also the people that you hang around with, you know, the main people that are involved in your life. That environment has brought you to where you are now. You know, we all get these outside influences from everywhere, and that's what's brought you to where you are right now. Now, if you want to do something different, you know, you have a different desired income. Well, it could be income, right? A different desired income, you know, from maybe changing a job or starting an online business. But the word I was looking for was outcome, actually, a different desired outcome. So it could be anything in your life, really. But if you want that, if you're going to be just doing exactly the same things, using the same education, being influenced by exactly the same environment, and you want to achieve something different, then it's very unlikely that's going to happen, isn't it? Because what you are or where you are now is a result of what you've been doing. And who was it? It was Einstein, wasn't it, who said that, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, you know, expecting a different desired outcome. So we must change what we're doing if we want to change ourselves and where we're going. Now, one of the biggest influencers is our circle of influence. The people who we are getting our information from, the people who we're hanging around with. You know, and evidence shows that we don't outperform the environment that we're in. And actually, I think it's Jim Rohn that said that, you know, if you look at the kind of the top 5 people that kind of influence you and you hang around with, you usually are an average of that person in terms of your finances, your health, your outlook on life, all these kind of things. So if you're not really where you want to be at the moment, maybe you actually need to start looking at changing that circle of influence. So for me personally, you know, when I was, well, one of them would be, you know, when I was struggling with alcohol and drug use, I was hanging around with a lot of people who were drinking and taking drugs, right? Doesn't take a brain surgeon to work that one out, that I needed to change that circle of influence, and that's certainly something that I did to help me. But also, I was working in a corporate environment. You know, people have a very negative attitude quite often. They're not quite happy, are they, really, in their positions? There's a lot of backstabbing going on, a lot of back chat and two-facedness. You know, when I started online, you know, I ventured into a completely new type of situation where my circle of influence now are people who are just so progressive, so loving, so helpful, and there's just no competition whatsoever because we're entrepreneurs and we're building our own businesses based around us, right? So that conditioning, especially, negative conditioning, can really drag us down. There's also that other quote, which is, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Well, I didn't like the look of my future a few years ago, but I certainly do now. So for me, getting involved with an online community of people who are looking to build online business from scratch, a community that involves these mentors that I was talking about in the last video, go and check that one out. Peers who are in the same boat as you, really trying to change their lives and transition from working a 9-to-5 to becoming an online entrepreneur and working for themselves. Attending live events. I talked about that in my video the other day about investing in yourself. Going to live events a few times a year is a great way of getting a new circle of influence and getting that influence, of course. What else? The kind of things that I'm involved with now with the community I'm in is regular masterminds around certain subjects, whether that's digital marketing or mindset issues or business development. I'm involved in great Facebook groups, including my own, Shape Your Future Online. I have a private members Facebook group, and I'm a member of other people's private members Facebook groups. Weekly webinars, daily webinars, I should say, if you've got the time to go on them. And meetups, regularly have meetups. I have some of them here in the north of England, down in London, Scotland. That's just in the UK, of course. There are meetups within my community all over the world. So yeah, just some food for thought there that, if you're not quite in the space that you want to be in certain aspects of your life at the moment, then having a look at who your circle of influence is right now and maybe thinking about changing that could be the way to real progression in all aspects of your life. Okay, I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video, which will be the last of the 5 tips on what you need to understand when starting an online business from scratch. And it's all about embracing the fear. Speak to you in the next video. Bye now.